Today, I'll be talking about lessons learned in Skinnygirlintransit Season 5 in particular. So if this interests you, keep watching. You cannot be with someone who doesn't want to talk about if you would have issues with you working when you get married. You have to discuss about these things before you enter into the institution, not after you have entered, okay? The truth is, you know how you go to school and then you manage difficult lecturers, difficult courses, knowing that you're graduating in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years time. Marriage is not like that. In marriage, you are there till death do you part. There's no graduation here. So Skinnygirlintransit is the story of a lady on the big side and having to navigate life, particularly her relationships. She has evolved from having failed relationships to having a successful one that led to her marriage. So now, where are the lovers of Skinnygirlintransit? Please put a comment in the comment section if you are a faithful follower of the series, okay? I love it so much. The lady in question, the character here is Tiwa, and her fiance is called Mide. So in this particular season, they had a series of premarital counseling classes. The counselor would ask them some questions, and they did not have answers to some of the questions, so this is why I'm making this video today. So one of the questions that was asked was how many children they would want to have in marriage. And you know, the man, Mide, said, I think 4 children, and then Tiwa said 2. And this caused an argument. See, the thing is, you cannot be in a relationship and not talk about these things. You cannot only be look into your eyes and all I see is love. I can look at you all day, I can listen to your voice all night. You're all I think about, you're all I dream about. That cannot be all there is about your relationship. You know, especially if you are in this for the long haul, right? You have marriage in mind. You would want to introduce important topics to talk about. So in this series, they're already indulging in premarital sex, and their relationship was just focused on, romance, and there were other things. They helped each other to solve problems and all that, which is good. However, I can say that sex takes away communication in your relationship. One of the reasons that people don't talk about these kind of topics are, number one, lack of knowledge. So some people just do not know that they're meant to talk about these things while dating. They are just oblivious of the fact that aside looking into your partner's eyes and having red love hearts on your chest, there is more to be done in your relationship, and that is communication. So some people just do not know that, and because of that, they do not ask this question. So lack of knowledge is one of the reasons. But then, for you watching this video, that cannot be the case, because you watch this video right now, and I'm telling you that you have to talk about certain things while you're dating. Another reason is leaving it to fate mentality. So many people have the notion that we figure things out when we get married. Let's just move with the flow right now. So leaving it to fate mentality, and I do not agree with that, because it is important for you to prepare. Just like before you go to an examination hall, you would prepare before you get into the exam hall, right? So for marriage as well, you'd also have to prepare. You cannot get into marriage and then start solving problems that could have been solved while you were dating, okay? The truth is, you know how you go to school and then you manage difficult lecturers, or you manage difficult courses, knowing that you're graduating in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years time. In marriage, you're there for the long haul. You're there till death do you part, all right? There's no graduation here. So for marriage, you cannot say you want to manage through knowing that at some point you will leave, because you're in marriage for the long haul. Another reason why people do not talk about these topics is opposition from their partners. So I understand that some partners do not like to talk about these topics, and that is why many people shy away from them. If you're in that situation, I'm sorry about that, but you'd have to figure out a way, because it is a major red flag for me. You know, you cannot be with someone who doesn't want to talk about if you would have issues with you working when you get married. You have to discuss about these things before you enter into the institution, not after you have entered, okay? So it's a major red flag for me, and you'd have to figure out a way. You know, you'd have to put your foot on the ground and tell him or her that these are topics that you'd have to discuss if you want to get married, okay? So many people don't talk about these things with their partners, because whenever they talk about them, or whenever they bring these topics up, they have issues, they have quarrels. The truth is, you can never run away from it. If you're running away from a quarrel or contention while you're dating, you may be facing a divorce in marriage. It's the little things that cause divorce. You may think they're trivial things, but they are grave and major enough for people to consider divorce. Okay, so think of it this way. It is better you separate, because you're going to have one serious quarrel with your partner, than for you to not have to divorce your husband or wife because you did not resolve the issues that could have been resolved while dating. Another reason is no relationship mentorship. So before I dated, while I was still single in school, I was really interested in relationship related topics. So I was listening to people like Reverend Funke Adejumo, like Ayope, like Pastor Laj Iren, you know, a number of people like that. And you know, they just gave me a lot of enlightenment about relationships, about how to successfully navigate relationships. By the way, this channel is all about faith, lifestyle, and successfully navigating your relationship. I thought to just chip that in there, right? So, yeah, and aside watching these people, it is also important that you carry your partner along, because you cannot be the only person. It should not be one-sided, right? One person should not be learning all that there is for an institution that requires both partners to work effectively. So it is important that as you also learn these things, as you read books, as you watch videos that are enlightening to you about your relationship or about your future marriage, you should also share these videos with your partner so that your partner would also learn as well. So share. You may think you're shying away from issues now, but you're honestly cooking up or waiting for even more issues eventually when you get married, or if you get married. Please do not be like Mide and Tiwa that, you know, waited for premarital counseling to, you know, handle certain things. These things could actually be tackled while you're dating, so that you know what you're entering into. Don't wait until you start preparing for marriage, getting your parents involved, getting your friends involved. You know, you don't wait until you get to that stage before you ask or discuss certain things. What if you really feel like God has called you to stay in your home country, to serve your land, and, you know, be a contributing factor for change, and the person you're getting married to, or the person you're dating, sees himself jackpine, leaving the country? What do you do? So these are things you have to talk about while you're dating, and be more intentional. Going forward, I would share a couple of questions, a lot of questions that I believe should be discussed while dating. I believe that are important. Yeah. Did you like this video? If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Do not just watch it and nod your head. Please subscribe. I need your subscription here. Or is it here? I think it's here. I need your subscription if it was valuable to you. Comment in the comment section. All the Sgit lovers, share with someone. See, whenever I see something valuable, I always share. Just yesterday, I shared a relationship related content by Ayope on my Instagram. So if this gave value of some sort, please share. Don't be shy to share. This will also help me and encourage me as well when I see that, oh, one person shared. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my next video.